All right, y'all. I'm back with you again. It's been 1 week, and there are 6 things that I want to highlight that you may not know that I didn't know, but maybe it'll help you out. Number one, I had the operation 7 days ago. Um, on a scale of 1 to 10, I say that I'm at a 4, and most of the pain is really dealing with passing stool and passing gas. That is the only time that I really feel any pain. Um, Sometimes I feel pain when I'm taking the paracetamol. That is like their equivalent here in England to Tylenol. With the paracetamol, I get a little hot when I take it, but I don't feel as much pain, I think. So I'm going to try a little regimen tomorrow and see if it works for me. As for the catheter tube, I would tell you that I'm using, there are two types. You have the 500 milliliter bag and the 2,000 milliliter bag. The 500 is what I prefer. It's more manageable, easy to use. You may have to pour it out more often, but you don't have to deal with lugging that big bag and that long hose around. With the 500 liter bag, the tube is about that long. It's easy to attach, and then you just tape it to your leg. Whereas with the 500 liter, that's a long tube, and you're just carrying it around. I found at night, that's when people really prefer the 2,000 milliliter bag. Yeah, it was just too much for me. I prefer the little bag. I would tell you the first 4 nights, I just couldn't sleep. I felt it very uncomfortable. The bag wasn't draining. And but we did have this one chair. I was able to sit upright and then let the fluid drain from the penis. When I laid down, it was like the water would come up into the penis, back into the catheter. It felt that way, and it just didn't work for me. So, but my wife, she did find this remedy. She got me a little stool where she put a little pillow on it, and I was able to kick the leg off on the side of the stool, and it gave comfort. I was able to lay in the bed and level my feet down where the catheter still drained the urine, and I was able to sleep. But tonight, I'm gonna do it again. This will be the first time that I'm using it in this position, so I hope to get up every 3 or 4 hours and just change it out. Now, one of the issues that I ran into was water intake. It was recommended that I drink 12 cups of water per day. Way too much for me. Way too much. I guess I'm a sweater and I sweat out a lot of water. But man, I'm not able to exercise now. So I would tell you the first day, my penis has swollen 3 times the normal size. 3 times the normal size. The next day we called in, and the nurse, she told me that, oh yeah, that may be a little bit too much. I may be taking in too much water too fast. And so what we did was we cut it down to 64 ounces, about 7 cups. And then I sipped it throughout the day instead of drinking a full cup at a time, maybe 2 or 3 swallows here, 2 or 3 swallows there. But in about 3 days, the penis came back down. Another trick that we did, and I didn't get this, but my wife, she heard it. The doctor said to elevate the penis. Once we elevated the penis, the water came out of it. Shocking, right? But it worked. It worked. So don't fear if your scrotum is full or your penis is full. Try some elevation. Lower your water intake. It might work for you. It worked for me. The other thing about the pain, I would say the only time that I really feel some terrible pain, is when I'm passing stool and passing gas. Oh man, it's like something that just grabbing the head of the penis and just squeezing it. Yeah, I don't know what's causing it. I'm going to ask that question on Friday. But other people have had problems passing stool or passing urine. I didn't have those problems. I was able to pass gas the first day. I was able to pass stool the second day. So it really hasn't been a problem, and it's been a soft stool. Thank God for that. But I think it's because I eat a big bowl of oatmeal in the morning with a banana and eat an apple before I get into all the junk food. They told me I can eat whatever I want to eat, and I do, man. I eat pretty much anything that I want to eat, but I do start off the day right, and I eat throughout the day. I eat right, but it's just at nighttime where I blow it, okay? But the oatmeal really worked. The banana with it, the apple, great. I think that's enough fiber for me, and mine has just been soft and running, and so that is good. But I am going to ask them about the pain in the penis, because every time I pass gas, pain. Every time I pass stool, oh, pain. So I don't know if it's the catheter tube. Once it removes out, everything will be fine. I'll let you know next week. What else did I want to talk about? We talked about walking. I started walking my second day. I started with just 1,000 steps, but then after that, 1,000 more each day. And today I got up to 5,000 steps, about 5,500 steps. Feel good. Don't feel any pain thus far. But I was a runner. I was running 3 to 5 miles every day. I also worked out, not as much as I used to, but I would still say I consider myself in pretty good health, all right? So this has not been strenuous to me, but for you all, you may, if your doctor tells you to slow it up, slow it up. For me, I still think I can do more. I can do more. The only thing is walking with the catheter too. It is so laborsome, right? So I just walk around the house in circles, just walk around the house in circles. The soreness, we had like 5 incisions. One that draws out the blood. We have 5 incisions and an additional incision that was used to draw out the blood. The 5 that they performed the procedures with, those were all stitched up. The one that drew out the blood was not stitched. And that was just caused a little bit of concern for me because it was still bleeding. And the doctors told me that it will close up eventually. So my wife and I have just been changing the gauze in it every day. And I think today was the least amount of blood that we've seen in it. But I would tell you this trick, and it may have been that we were not letting the area dry when we put the gauze on, okay? So we will put the alcohol on, and then we'll put the gauze on immediately after that, and it was still wet. So maybe that had something to do with it as well. I'm just giving you information, as for the operation, they told me that the left side of my nerves were all right, but the right side, they did mess around with it, but they did take out some lymph nodes as well, so they're going to test those and let me know if the cancer has spread to those areas as well. But he says, so bottom line, 50% of my abilities to have an erection is still there. It'll be the other side they may have to grow and develop. We'll see how that goes. But I'm a man of faith. I believe everything is going to be all right, okay? Another thing is, man, I do not like needles. Here in Europe, they had me taking these injections for blood thinners. You have to take one every day at the same time, and my wife been hooking me up with that, all right? I talk to people, if y'all haven't, if you're not a member of this prostate cancer support group, it's on Facebook. Log into it. Great information out there, and people who've been through this are there telling their stories as well. And if you have a question, just throw it out there, and they're quick to, hey, I've had this, or yeah, I had a similar issue. Oh no, I haven't seen that. All right, but it's a great avenue where you can get information if you really need it. All right, and I think that is about it. Just giving you my first week rundown. Take care. I'll let you know how it goes next week. Peace out. God bless.